Gemini Zodiac sign. Symbol: the twins color, violet element, air quality, mutable planetary ruler, Mercury day, Wednesday nature, barren polarity, masculine direction, west by south tarot card, Vi lovers Jupiter is in detriment, weak, in Gemini Saturn is strong in Gemini. Love. Being as social as you are, you tend to meet a lot of potential suitors, and since you're so nice to be around, you have many to choose from. You're a sign that doesn't tie yourself down right away, and prefers to date a lot. You'll go through people quickly, getting bored with them and moving on. You need someone who you view as an intellectual equal and who can constantly stimulate your brain. If there's no mental connection, it's hard for you to remain interested. Someone you can have amazing conversations with, who has something to teach you, and who knows how to calm you down would be best for you. When you're young, you don't take dating very seriously, and it can take time before you decide to commit to someone. Your one problem is forming an emotional connection because you put so much focus on the mental one, but without an emotional one, the relationship eventually fizzles out. When you find someone you really like, work on building trust with them. Once you really trust them, you'll find it easier to open up your heart. The signs that you're most compatible with tend to be the signs in the same element as yours, which are Libra and Aquarius. These two signs share your intellect, and you'll easily find a mental connection with them. Libra will help you become comfortable with commitment, and Aquarius will help you explore the world more in depth. Libra will show you how to plan out what you want, and Aquarius will help you with the big picture. Being around them feels natural for you, and there's an affinity with them that you won't find with anyone else. The sign that opposes yours in the zodiac is usually the one that you have the most sparks with, and for you, that's Sagittarius. Being opposite one another, you can find their energy overwhelming and their big personality overpowering, but you still find yourself drawn to them, and the passion is undeniable. They can help you to be more daring and warm, and they'll match you in intellect. General. Gemini, you're the third sign in the zodiac, and the first of the intellectual air signs. Your mind is sharp and quick, and you process everything in life through your mind. You don't like to take things too seriously, and prefer to take a more light-hearted approach, so your curiosity is like that of a child instead of being intense. You're eager to learn new things and can absorb new information quickly and easily. Your only problem is that you tend to get bored early and move on fast, so you have a hard time mastering things that take a long time to learn. If they can hold your interest though, you'll stick with it. Since you do get bored easily and are always looking for something new to wrap your brain around, you can be a little scatterbrained. You take in so much intellectually that it's hard to keep track of everything, and you forget a lot. You also have a hard time with the big picture because you're better with the small details. You can gather lots of information one piece at a time, but stepping back and seeing them as a whole can baffle you. You're better with daily tasks and small projects, so if you're dealing with a larger project, you'd do well to break it down into smaller ones. With everything you take in, and the fact that you process everything intellectually, you can be prone to nerves and anxiety. You need to learn how to get better in touch with your emotions, and get out of your head every so often. Connecting with other people is good since you're a highly social sign, always wanting to be around people for the intellectual stimulation they give you. You love to talk, and maybe gossip too, and you keep a large circle around you to keep you occupied and give you plenty of people to chat with. You like to have fun and you love to laugh, and can have a good sense of humor. You're a wonderful person to be around. Money and career. When it comes to money, you try to make plans for what to do with it, but have a hard time keeping to those plans because half the time, you forget them. You can be good with creating a budget, dealing with taxes, and general accounting. You can have a knack for numbers, but thinking about things like your long-term financial future can be too much for you to fathom. You like to get information first before you make financial decisions, and can get advice from the people around you. Make sure you're going to the people in your life who you trust most and are sound financially, otherwise you can fall prey to people who purposefully steer you down the wrong road. You don't need to spend a lot, but you don't feel the need to hoard your money either. If you can work on being better with the long-term stuff, you'd be good with your finances. When it comes to your profession, you do best when you're not the boss, you're not overseeing anyone, and you don't have to put the pieces together. You're excellent at collecting information and data, and can be a good statistician or accountant. Since you can have a way with words, some of you can make good writers, editors, publishers, or literary agents. No matter what job you have, it needs to be something that keeps you mentally stimulated and where there is constant change so you don't get bored, but isn't too stressful so you don't have anxiety from it. Dealing with technology can also be good for your sign, and many of you can work in IT. Some of you may go from job to job looking for what you want, or stay with one job you hate just to avoid the stress of job hunting. Some Gemini professions are salesperson, coordinator, publicist, advertiser, producer, linguist. Health. Gemini rules the hands, wrists, and arms, so injuries tend to be sustained there, and you can suffer from things like carpal tunnel or repetitive stress syndrome. Gemini also rules your lungs, so you have to watch out for breathing problems, constantly getting hay fever, bronchitis, or pneumonia, as well as having asthma or allergies. Being so sensitive to stress, you can also stress yourself sick, and have stress-related illness, so it's important for you to learn how to deal with stress in a healthy way. Child and parent. As a child, you were always curious about everything, constantly wanting things to be explained to you. Most of you liked school simply because you liked to learn, though even if you hated school, you were a good learner. You had lots of friends, were always spending time with them, and kept a busy calendar, involved in lots of different activities. You were sweet and honest, and wanted everyone to laugh with you. As a parent, you share a lot with your children, wanting them to love to learn and be as curious about the world as you are. You like to talk to them and have an open dialogue with them. Them being able to talk to you is the most important thing to you. You try to stay as involved in their activities as you can, and encourage them to join whatever they want to stay busy. Friend and enemy. As a friend, you love to talk with them about anything and everything. You're always up for whatever news they have to share, and whenever something happens to you, you can't wait to share it with them. You know everything there is to know about everyone.